That's not what I said. That's not even close. Never mind.
Looks like we have a special guest here.
Is it Clinty McDougan?
No, I don't know who this is. It looks like a dirty sock puppet with some googly eyes.
Dirty. Who you calling
Why
dirty?
can't I see anything? I can't see shit. There it is.
I see a naked half man.
Naked half man? I'm a half man.
Naked half man?
That's not the case. Whatever. I'm not naked. I'm just not wearing a shirt.
Why not?
Because I don't fucking feel like it. I'm in my own house.
Come from a man with no sock on his hand.
Yeah, that the apartment that I got kicked out of.
What? Kicked out of?
Nothing. Never mind.
Let me tell you something, boy. Let me tell you something. This business not going very well.
No. Well, okay. What's your name, bud? What's
my name? I don't have a name. I'm a sock. I'm a white sock with glued ass eyes in my face, attempting to be funny in this process.
I have a name.
So,
John, it's gonna be funnier if you and the sock are in that image together. So you got to show your face. Yeah, you and John got to share the camera space.
No,
I got a question. White sock with eyes on his face that's trying to be funny. Is that eyebrows or is that hair?
That's my toupee.
So that's hair.
Yeah.
John, you got to share the camera with the sock puppet, like a ventriloquist.
John can't do the quick. I'm a sock that's robbing John right now. See, I'm stealing his shit.
I don't know what's going on. I don't know what's going on.
So the hair is a piece of carpet.
It is a piece of sock. See? Glued it on myself.
So you just glued everything on.
How many hands do you have? Do you have one hand, two hands?
I'm a sock. I have no fucking hands, man. I'm a sock.
How'd you fucking glue it on your hand? How'd you do it then?
Do you know Sacco?
Sacco was not a friend of mine. He got the job that I applied for. Yeah, he took my job. I was the original Sacco.
But you just made like a day ago, right?
They didn't like the glued on eyes. They didn't like that. They liked that all black Sharpie shit. I at least have hair, eyes, and a tongue.
How much that's the first time you've actually used those googly eyes, right?
No, I stole these from John also. Stole these eyes. The sock was a nice sock of his, but I fucked it up.
Yeah, I was gonna notice that it seems like you've gotten a little dirty there, bud.
I'm a clean sock. It's just I'm an old sock.
I know that shit. You got a newborn baby on the way. You got a kid running around right now. You work all the time. That house ain't fucking clean.
It drives you crazy, Aaron. It drives you got stress from work, and you got kids and a pregnant wife, and fucking sock puppets.
That's all it took. That's all it took for him to break character. It hasn't even been 5 fucking minutes and you broke character.
Broke character because
you started talking like yourself and not like the fucking sock. We know it's you, man. We fucking know.
I tell you what, because this bitch's dead already.
Hey, it was a good try though. I think you were onto something there. I think you were onto something.
I tried. It was the first time going for it, but
I really think, God, man, your hair's a fucking mess. I think you should work on ventriloquism. That's my recommendation. If you work on ventriloquism, I think you'll be onto something big.
I ain't gonna lie. I tried doing it. They kept laughing at me. I wasn't doing it right. Like, you move your lips. You move your lips. I don't know how they do it. I have to YouTube how they do it, man.
You're just gonna kind of do it like this. You're gonna kind of do it like this. If you start doing, you're gonna know your tongue a little bit. And with you got a lot of facial hair, so you can like hide your lips with your facial hair.
I was thinking that if I grow my beard out, you can't see my lips no more. I was thinking that.
That would kind of work.
Shay's laughing. This is great podcasting. I know, Shay. This is fantastic stuff we're doing here. You know.
It's
at least somebody's laughing. So It makes it worth it when somebody's laughing. So
I thought you were really going to do the bit like the whole way through. I thought, okay, this
I
is.
almost did. But
No, as soon as I started talking about his house, he broke down, and I was like, "Yep, that's all it took."
I was going to get ready to just go on topics and be like, all right, I guess we're just doing.
I almost did. Maybe next time I will. I've been very. I did it the last minute. I did it like an hour ago. Started gluing. I don't know how to name them yet. I gotta name them something. I try to like name them.
Just made it today.
Yeah, made today. No,
And it looks like it.
Yeah, like he's not in the best of shape. He's a clean sock. He's an old boot sock.
Yeah, okay. It was just the light. I was like, oh, did he run that thing through the dirt before he put it on?
But where's Daniel?
Don't know. I'll send another invite to him.
You know what? He works from hours. Probably sleeping.
I tell you guys when I'm not gonna freaking be here. At least I let you know.
So, how was your trip to New York, Aaron? You're all back home now.
The last 2 days I was there, or maybe 3 days, 2 or 3 days I was there. I got fucking sick. I got an upper respiratory infection. I don't know how I got it, but I just got it. I thought it was allergies, but
you ate one of those street hot dogs, didn't you?
No, I said an upper respiratory infection. Fucking food doesn't get you sick like that, man. Food gives you gastrointestinal problems. That's never mind. I got sick and my throat got sore and I was coughing and like all kinds of snot coming out of my nose and I spent the day. You gonna let me finish?
Yeah.
So the day I got back at like 3 a.m. and I showed up at Mom's house and she let me sleep there for the morning. And I slept from that morning, and then I slept again in the afternoon, and I slept again in the evening. I probably slept like 14 hours.
Yeah.
I stayed the night there.
So much.
Because I was sick I was fucking sick, man. I didn't feel well.
So what?
And I stayed the
night.
What?
So what happened with the apartment? What happened?
Nothing. Shane made a fucking smart ass comment about I got kicked out of my apartment, and so I was going along with that. But no, I just stayed with my mom that night, and I started feeling better after I took some amoxicillin, and once I took that, the symptoms really went down. But so we had a great time, seeing the sights there. I went to the 9/11 memorial. I met a guy named Charlie DeLeo. He was the keeper of the flame at the Statue of Liberty for over 20 years.
Oh.
He used to clean it and replace broken parts on it. I got to talk to him for a minute. I walked by the NBC studios. I went down to Times Square. I got my mom a little mug. It says "I love New York" on it.
That was made in China?
Probably.
But you can order off Amazon for like half the price, and it's the same damn thing.
It's $5. I mean, you really can. I mean, you'll pay shipping and handling. It'll still be the same.
If you got Amazon Prime.
Yeah. Anyway, we went and saw Jeff Daniels. Saw him in a play called. He was in a play called "To Kill a Mockingbird." Fucking finish.
So why did he kill a mockingbird?
It's based on the book. But from what I understand,
the book.
Let me finish. I read something online that said that they've made more than they've ever made doing that play. Like every time this play comes out and it's for the public to watch, it breaks its record from the last year. And this year it did it again.
Because people like watching mockingbirds get killed.
Well, it's actually a black man that got killed, but I guess
Did you know the Texas state bird is a mockingbird?
Yeah, but the play's actually in Alabama. The play's actually in Alabama.
I want to know about this dream. Is that a real Indian catcher behind you?
No, it's not a dream catcher. It's just memorabilia, I guess, for lack of a better term.
Okay, what's that little doggy right there? What is that?
It's not a doggy. It's a jaguar. It's something I painted at a place called Painting with a Twist. They give you this outline and you paint colors inside of it. And so it's supposed to be a rainbow jaguar or a cat. It's a cat.
So you paid someone to let you color?
I paid someone to let me use their paint supplies.
Okay.
I could paint the canvas and they drew the shape of the creature that you're gonna paint, and it's from a time I was dating somebody, and we did it together.
Oh,
How
so
much
you're
does paint cost? Usually like $1 a bottle, right?
I didn't hear you. What?
you're in your are you he are you in your old room? Wait, no, your mom moved, right? She
In my
moved
room, in my apartment. What the fuck? Why am I the center of attention today?
because
Just
you're
ask
back.
questions. You've been gone for a week.
Well,
He's
what's
been
going
gone
on
for a
with you?
week.
Oh, did you meet that girl we talked to? Did you meet up with her?
And I sent her a message, and I told her when the play was gonna be. She couldn't go to any of the weekday shows, right?
That
She said
sucks.
she said she had obligations. She said she might be able to go to Saturday or Sunday, and I told her when they were, and she never showed.
Oh,
If she
well.
was there, she didn't tell me. And so with that whole production we were a part of, the Rave Theater Festival had about 23 productions going on, and it started from August the 11th, I think, to like the 23rd or something like that. I forget the exact dates, but I know it ended on the 25th. It ended on the
How,
25th.
how
So
how did your play do? Did y'all?
you,
I don't know how it
I'll
ranked or
get,
anything like
get
that.
to
I don't
that.
know how it
Get
works.
to that in just a second. I'll get to that in just a second. So the way things worked is everything was kind of staggered on top of each other. So right after your play got done, another play put on, and so we had dancing performances, we had singers, and all that jazz. Anyway, so when we were there, we had I think one day we had a good sized crowd, but the majority of people there were family and friends. Like hardly any. I mean, we had maybe for the whole week we were there. I want to say 50 New Yorkers, actual New York people from Lower East Side Manhattan were coming to
Really?
see us. 50,
Well, how much
maybe
does it cost
50.
to get into the damn thing?
Oh, I don't know how much tickets were. I don't know. They
So you
went. I can't
free
imagine they were.
couldn't get anybody a hookup?
I couldn't do that.
Hook
No.
brother up.
No, because it wasn't my festival. If I would have done something like that, they could sue me. But with the play that we went to go see, the play that goes wrong, we got front row seats, and those tickets were $75. So
Damn.
I imagine the seats for us couldn't have been more than 15. They were probably $15 or $20. Because you got to think about this too. We were going there, and we didn't pay to get there, so they're not paying us to be there. All the money they're making is profit, and they got 23 shows that are coming. So all the tickets they sell, it pays for the lights and the bills that they got to pay for that space, but they're pocketing all that money.
Did you do any networking? Did you meet some producers or?
Yeah, actually, this radio host, he has it's not anything big, but this radio host hooked me up with his information. He said, send me some voice recordings, and I'll put you on the air in my radio station. And I was like, okay, fine.
Awesome.
About what?
He does like poetry and literature readings, and so I'm gonna send him some poetry clips of mine that I have.
Is it gonna be any good?
I don't know. I don't know.
That should be your cover photo right there, and like right where you're at, shirtless, your legs up like that. Should be it right there. I'm buying the album. I see it like that. I'm buying the album.
Yeah.
Oh,
Yeah.
Shane, I'm bringing a ukulele, Shane, to the camping.
Can you play it?
No,
Fun.
but I'm bringing it anyway. I can play one chord. This one.
Let's hear it.
That one. I can play that one. Then this one. Then
Not a chord, man.
You get
Can
the
you
point.
do
I
La
can play single
Bamba?
chord.
Can you do
A
La Bamba?
chord is a string of notes on the same fret.
I can do all four strings. See?
Can you do La Bamba?
No, I can't do bumble.
You didn't get close.
I don't know the song. I don't even know the whole song.
It's just La Bamba over and over.
There's more to La Bamba than just saying La Bamba.
Yeah, he said some other stuff. Yeah.
Yeah, Gabriel will, Gabriel knows the whole song. He used to sing it all the time to us,
What about the Macarena? Same shit over and over again. You can't learn the Macarena.
Bamba. I love that guy, Ricky Valens. Great guy.
No.
Could have been the best.
Hey, Macarena.
So you don't have a job right now. Why don't you just come on a camping trip?
Because I got a job. I got to find a job. And y'all changed everything up about it. I thought we were going to go out and shit, fucking rough it out. Y'all beds
no
and
one's hiring
shit.
you on the weekends. You know, why don't you go camping? Shane, just go pick him up, Shane.
Ain't nobody gonna hire you on the weekends.
Yeah.
So
Just come along with us.
I'll send you the address and just be there.
It's on your way back to Waco anyway.
Give me the address, but that doesn't mean I'm going.
No, you're gonna go. I'm gonna sing a song to you. Help you find a job.
Hey, that had a good start. They had a good start. Try that again.
Now, if you could get the sock guy to play that ukulele, you'd have something.
Yeah, that guy. You know what? I had it right here for that reason. Then you called him like, how the hell is he gonna play a damn guitar? Like you should be holding him, and also you see my hand come up. Like
You're gonna have to
You're gonna need outside help, man. You're gonna need outside help. You're gonna need Daniel to come and play for you.
I can't do all the work for you, John. You're just gonna have to figure that out.
Yeah,
okay?
I heard that a lot.
You gotta have Daniel over there help. You gotta have Daniel over there. Or you gotta have Michael do it. Yeah, that's who you can do. You can get Michael involved. Get Michael to play the ukulele.
Do you know Michael bought $87 worth of puppets because Michael wants to do a YouTube puppet show. Now here, no, hold on. Shane, bought these puppets, and he bought them from a Christian church.
Look at Shane right now, man. Look at him.
And Michael's gonna call the show "Coming Puppets." So he bought the puppets from a Christian church, and he's gonna call the show "Coming Puppets." And I said, "What's the show about?" Nothing. Just a bunch of dumb puppets, you know, talking about all kinds of crazy stuff, and you know, so.
Has he got different voices?
No, not yet. Well, I'm sure it's hard for a deaf guy to make up different voices. I don't know how that works.
How deaf is he?
Probably couldn't hear this Probably couldn't hear this YouTube video.
When I was talking to him at their family reunion, I was speaking as loudly as I could, just to make sure he could hear.
So maybe he put like earbuds in. He probably can hear, you know. So, but he said what happened was with Michael. I told Michael, okay, Michael, awesome. Fuck it, send me the very first episode you make. Oh, I don't want to do it now. It's a lot of work. You're like, Michael, you spent the money already. You bought these puppets. One looks like Satan. One looks like like a dog. So he's got legit puppets. He just does not know how to use them.
Well, yeah, you usually got to have like a script, a plot, you know, ongoing character development.
I don't know what he's gonna do. Man, Shane. By the way, people are upset about the whole Sony pulling out of Disney deal. Everyone's mad about it. A lot of angry fans said, "Why don't they want to work it out?" But
they can kiss my ass.
It's all about money. They can kiss your ass. Why do they need to kiss your ass?
Why not?
They don't even know who you are.
If I read it correctly, Sony was getting 95% of the bottom gross profit, and Disney was taking 5%. Right? And now Disney said, no, let's make it 50-50. Nah, fuck you. We want, 95% of it. Even though we ain't doing shit, we're basically just sitting there waiting for our check to come in, If I remember right, Aaron's probably fact checking me right now, hopefully. But if I remember correctly, that's what it said.
I'm not fact checking. Yeah, okay.
But I think they want that. Disney said, "Hey, let's make this more even." Nah, fuck that. Let's we like the bigger chunk of that change. So.
Well, I mean, if you got, I think the last movie brought in didn't he bring in $1 billion? The last Spider-Man movie.
Probably. Really good.
They haven't had, I don't think one Spider-Man movie has made $1 billion except for that one. So if that one can bring in that much money, I mean, you're basically looking at every Marvel movie is making $1 billion. You'd be stupid to cut that in half. Now you're only making, $500 million. It's only $500 million. And now you're just covering the costs of, making the movie.
But you're not doing nothing. They're not doing nothing with it. They were sitting on it making bad Spider-Man movies.
Yeah, that's true.
And then they're wasting their time and money making a movie. Like I said, all you do is like, okay, you sign a character over for this amount of time. That's it,
Well, I guess they could just, reboot the whole MCU, I guess. I mean, you have a good starting point with Endgame. Just redo. If you can't have Spider-Man, what's the point? You can't have You can't have Spider-Man, you can't have Iron Man, you can't have Cap. The only person you got left is Thor, and they're making that into a chick. So what do you got left?
You can have a Spider Dude that makes your shit up. Who is it? He's Spider Dude.
Here's Spider Dude. He looks the exact same as another character, but it's actually Spider Dude now.
Yeah, but
I guess they could call him the Amazing Spider. That could go back to like the old school and like not actually never say the word Spider-Man in the thing. Just say, "Hey, it's that Spider guy," or it's it's the kid, and like he no longer wears a Spider-Man suit. He wears like the black suit or something, or
nothing resembling.
He wears a clone suit like he's all red, like he's clone Spider-Man. Man, I'm sure they can make it work.
I don't know. Like I said, it just sounds like everyone's upset about it. So I'm like, all right, let's see how that works out for everybody. And then now they're trying to say like, oh, let's rush Sony and take Spider-Man back. Well, that's literally not how it works. I know it's a joke, but it just sounds funny that people want to do that. They just want to rush it.
There's other things. There's other causes you can fight for rather than getting Spider-Man into a Marvel movie.
Did you ever watch Abraham Lincoln Vampire Hunter?
Yeah, I liked it.
Yeah, that one was really good. I liked that one a lot.
I liked it better than I liked the book. The book sucked. Yeah? Yep. That was one of the rare examples of a book that was crappy and a movie that was better. So what's on the menu at this camping trip? What are we looking at food wise? Just bring our own stuff and hope for the best.
Daniel and me discussed. I meant to call you yesterday. Well, I got caught up with time again. I think we said. You said we're gonna have sausage. We're gonna have. I was gonna bring eggs and bacon, and maybe hopefully some patties for lunch, and more likely hot dogs. We're gonna be doing, and what else we wing out there? I guess Cause what were you thinking?
Yeah, I mean it was gonna be simple stuff like that.
Yeah, see, good time. We have a good time.
You got the hamburger patties already?
No, I ain't got them yet. No, me and Daniel, we're gonna get them yet. Me and Daniel, we're gonna get them on the way down there.
Are you gonna have a vegan option?
Hell no. They don't want vegan. Who's vegan in the group?
Nobody.
Right now, who's vegan?
Nobody.
I ain't playing that shit all weekend, guys. The vegan crap. I'm not hearing that shit all. If you're vegan, you'll live longer or some bullshit.
No, I'm vegan, gluten free, dairy free, sugar free. I'm basically all viable, nutrition free.
Go drink that lake water.
We're just eating cardboard.
Go drink that lake water. Let me know what you
can't eat cardboard. Too much fiber.
I'll crisp you some tree leaves for you.
Yeah.
You can eat that. Throw a salt and pepper on there. Nice tree branch salad.
Yeah.
No.
Well, Daniel said he's going to clean fish if we catch any. Is he just BSing, or is he really going to
do that? He can do that.
Do y'all guys
do
knife?
I can watch a YouTube video too and say I can do that too.
Does anybody have a knife?
I do. I've got a K-bar.
They got to be sharp as fuck.
Yeah.
Yeah. It's pretty sharp.
I bought one when they went on sale one day for like 10 cents a piece. So I bought a couple. And then look for it. I'm pretty sure I have it here somewhere.
I didn't look to see what kind of fish are in that lake, so I don't know.
If they're edible?
You probably want to eat them.
That's what we need you. That's what we need you there for, Aaron. Just in case anything goes wrong, we need a medic on standby. Even though our med kit contains hydrogen peroxide, bandage, gauze, snake bite kit, and snake bite kit. I
don't even have that. My trauma kit is for trauma, not for sick call. Like what you're talking about is sick call. Sick call is when, I got a gastrointestinal problem. Mine's for like if you skinned your body while you were in a motorcycle accident, or if you've had something puncture your leg, or if you broke a wrist bone or a finger bone. That's what my kit has. It's like if I come up on an accidental emergency in the street. If you get bit by a fucking snake, or if you eat some nasty ass fish and you're puking your guts out, I can't help you.
You can suck the poison out.
No, it's what you're not supposed to do. You're not supposed to do that.
Well, I'm glad someone told me that now. What are you supposed to do?
You got to put a tourniquet around the area where the snake bite is.
Okay.
And then you got to. No, that's not right. I'm sorry. I was about to tell you something. You have to keep the person warm and hydrated, and you have to evacuate them to a hospital as soon as possible.
So Shane, for sure, Shane, don't get bit by a snake.
I try not to, but I do is make sure you suck that poison out of it.
I got a frying pan. I got a what do you call it? Cast iron skillet. So we're ready to cook eggs and bacon.
Now, does the skillet have a handle?
Yes.
A wooden handle or a rubber handle?
No, it's a cast
metal
iron.
Handle. So you're gonna need gloves.
Yeah, gloves. We got gloves. We got
one. You shouldn't have told him that.
I just don't reach out and fucking you know.
That'd be funny.
We put the food on the pan and we're like, well, fuck, we can't do a damn thing with it now. So.
Fired.
Yeah.
No, we good. Like I said, hopefully eggs and bacon, sausages in the morning, hamburgers for lunch, and hot dogs for dinner. Simple things. Simple meals like that. Just make it through a day. You got your blankets for your bed?
Yeah. Are we gonna rent a paddle boat? Are y'all gonna get out there on the lake or?
I don't know, Shane. I don't know. I had a bad dream about drowning one time. I hate that to be the moment. I'm pretty sure you would save me. I'm pretty sure you would. Well, I don't know why I wouldn't be wearing a life vest, but
if the water's warm, I might get out there in the lake and just go for a little dip while I'm out there.
If you're fucking naked, I'm gonna lose my shit.
I'm not gonna go naked around them in the lake. I'm going for a swim.
That's the only thing I worry about. Like, I know everyone's gonna say I'm pussy about it, but like, I want water shoes because I don't want to step on glass or needles or some other bullshit that someone threw in there. That fucking ruined my damn toe trip altogether.
Yeah.
I need to call Jeffrey. I don't know how to tune a ukulele, so I can call Jeffrey how to play guitar again.
Think he'll hook you up?
Nah, he'll hook me up. He gonna talk shit to me right away. I heard what you be saying on that show, JP.
I'm more concerned about ticks. That's my biggest thing.
Yeah. You don't want to get Lyme disease. Lyme disease will fuck you.
I bought that well, it's called Afterbite. It's just gonna help the itch. It ain't gonna really help the ticks, right? I don't know what it does. It's just put on Afterbite. So I don't know. And I have that little pink crap to put on poison ivy and shit like that. I got that crap.
Now, the last time you and Daniel went camping was that Possum Kingdom trip, the river trip?
Yeah. Need sunscreen this time.
Yeah.
Because I burned my ass last time. Burned my ass on the lake. Paddling down the river. Arm sore, ass sore, skin sore. Everything was sore.
So,
it's like an awful experience.
Oh yeah.
Yeah, when they came back, they were dark. I mean, they were dark. It was charcoal. Y'all looked like pieces of charcoal.
Burnt. Burnt as hell.
Well, this time we have a cabin so we can chill out underneath the shade.
And we got AC.
Yeah.
Not four guys cramped into a 2-man tent swinging on each other. I remember I kicked the dude one time. I didn't mean to, but his reaction, he came in the tent. Pop! I just kicked him. I was like, oh, fuck. I'm sorry, dude. No, you good? You guys I just kicked him right in the fucking chest, man. I do remember that one guy who tried to man up. And I remember like they were looking at him like, hey, what are you doing? I'm making my bed. And all he was doing like just pushing some leaves together to make a fucking bed. And he woke up the next day. They showed his back. Nothing but red spots on his back. He got beat up all night. So did the guy who slept in the hammock. He still got his back fucked up. He's sleeping in the hammock. He still got fucked up. Yeah,
because you're out exposed in standing water and there's fucking bugs and shit and
so
nothing around and you're not used to that.
Yeah, so good job for them,
Yeah, there was I was looking at some pictures. There's a little like rocky area. I think I want to walk to see what's going on over there. It's like a little cliff.
I I did tell Daniel, probably you too. You already know. Bring flip flops and then bring change of shoes. Bring some shoes in case you want to go hiking or something.
Yeah, I'm gonna bring shoes. I don't mind getting dirty.
Go get your Zen on with Sebastian. Sebastian, right?
Nico.
Nico can get Zen on. He can experience the outside world, outside Fortnite.
He can experience the fucking heat, the unbearable, cruel heat.
That's just getting ready to be an adult. You gotta be on the heat when you're an adult.
The sweat so bad that the drips of sweat run down your back into your ass crack.
Mm-hmm. Gotta get ready for that. Then you got swamp ass from all that. It's like a combination.
Ass.
That. How do you do a swamp ass in the field, Eddie? How do you deal with it? How do you keep more secure? We should have asked him that when he was on the show. Is how do you protect yourself from the elements or stuff out there when you're out there doing your job? So the part where he said he found 2 dead bodies, that was the cool part.
Yeah.
I was like, shit.
Not surprising. He found both of them up here.
And one that was fresh. I was like, oh shit.
Yeah, a lot of people get murdered up here.
Yeah, it happens. What are you gonna do?
You and Daniel are probably gonna get there before me, so y'all can have the cabin ready.
I'll be ready for you, master. We'll have your bed turned down and swept out for you.
That'd be good. And make sure there's no snakes or shit.
Yeah, I gotta make sure for that. I'm pretty sure I'm sure it's like any other like hotel. They go through there, sweep it out, make sure nothing's in there. I'm pretty sure they do that. So
I got a feeling like the cabin hasn't been touched.
Think so?
Yeah.
We'll walk in there, like fucking spiders and shit, just running around in there.
Yeah, pretty sure.
That park was built in the 30s, and I'm gonna say probably it hasn't changed a whole lot in the last 80 years.
So
yep.
as far as we can tell, it's just a cabin, 2 bunk beds in it, with an outlet inside, with AC. The water's outside on the nozzle. I'll bring a flashlight too in case someone has to go take a piss later in the night. It's the bathroom's about 250 feet away from the cabin, and it has a grill outside. It has a fire pit with a grill. Well, no, it has a fire pit with a grill on top, and we got a camping table. Is that pretty much it?
Yep, that's about right.
There you go, Aaron. What more do you want?
It's roughing it, boy.
No, it ain't.
Yeah, it is. How is it not roughing it?
First of all, you're going in cabins and not in tents.
Well,
people rent cabins all the time in Colorado and Montana to go.
I told you, I got a tent here at my house. I can bring it takes 5 minutes to set up.
No, y'all aren't staying in tents. If I'm the only one that's in a fucking tent, I'm gonna be pissed.
You'll be by yourself. You can beat off, and nobody will fucking bother you.
No, that's not the point, man. That's not the point of getting a fucking tent.
It's got Wi-Fi. You can get on the Wi-Fi. Look up.
I want to mess up Wi-Fi.
This isn't fucking camping to me. Camping is not having Wi-Fi access. It's not sleeping in a bed.
Camping's not beating off in a tent.
You don't have Wi-Fi where I've been camping, so.
You need Wi-Fi. How's Bigfoot supposed to keep in contact with friends and family? Come on. That's what the friends have for. So Bigfoot can contact the Yeti. Shit ain't cheap, man.
If you go, Aaron, are you going to climb a tree?
No, I'm not going, but thank you for the invite. Appreciate it.
You're going to come, Aaron. You're going to come.
I'm not. I done told you.
You're coming. I'm not your girlfriend. You're going to come for me.
Ew. What the fuck is wrong with you?
That doesn't make no sense at all. She's like, that shit made no damn sense. What the fuck does that mean? How is your girlfriend doing today? She doing all right?
Yeah, she's been good.
How's the law school going? She knocking it out?
She graduated.
Oh, I'm sorry. How did the bar exam go? I mean,
she doesn't feel really good about the first portion.
You get 3 tries at it though, right, Shane?
Yeah.
You get 3 tries?
She doesn't feel really good about the first portion because it was really hard.
Oh, it's only so many years of your life wasted. You wasted all 3 times, then you gotta do something else.
Yeah, there's a lady at my
No
job
pressure.
that did that.
No pressure. There's no
Yeah,
pressure. You only get
there's
3 shots at it.
there's a lady at my job that did that, and she constantly stays in trouble now. I guess because she's kind of given up all hope on everything.
Damn, that
What are you
bad?
talking?
Um, yeah, okay. Well, hopefully the temperature is starting to cool down, so at least in the mornings and the nights we'll probably be in the cabin like during the middle of the day, unless we're out on the lake water, like staying cool in the lake. But other than that, evenings and early mornings we can probably get up and move around, and then kind of see what's out there.
Like I said, should be interesting. Just watch out for.
Just see what kind of wildlife we'll run into. Maybe we'll see a bobcat.
I hope not. Those things are fucking mean.
Just
Well, I'm not
do
going to touch it.
Bobcat cheer. Me. Don't do
I
the
just
curve.
want to see the bobcat from a distance. I don't want to get close to the damn thing.
Yeah, whatever.
Yep.
Can my
I'm gonna
sock-
touch.
can my sock come on a camping trip too? Bring a sock with us.
You're going to take that thing on the camping trip? If that's what you want to do, and that's just your thing from now on, you just got the sock with you. I mean, I'm not gonna hate you,
But would the fans hate me? What the hell are they just trying anything now to be funny?
I mean,
Goddamn sock puppet.
Exactly
Now
what we're doing.
you
Trying to
know.
fucking.
with a toupee.
Please look at me.
What's bad is if people end up liking the puppet more than they like you.
Man, that would suck. Oh, the puppet was awesome. The first part of the show was great. Kick him off. We don't need to see him no more.
Just everybody's like, I just want more puppets.
Yeah, I just it just be stuck in my head. Yeah, it's me again. Yep, Mr. Puppet.
Oh, I got to tell y'all today. I do once a month. I have to do a staff meeting with my staff, like tell them like everything that's going on. Huh?
Who do you meet with?
My staff, the fucking people that work for me.
Okay.
So I have to go over it. Huh?
How many is that?
Today we had. Well, that's part of the problem. There's 26 or 27 people total,
How many?
but like 3 or 4 of them were out, and then nobody showed up on time. Like I had 5 people that were there on time, and I was like, "Where the fuck is everybody? It's supposed to start at 8:15, 8:20. There was only 5 people there."
Not the question your managerial skills, but did the email say mandatory meeting this time?
Like the first one I sent, but the meeting I sent this time, I said, "Hey, just remember we got a meeting today. It starts now." And
Oh, you reset another one?
yeah, and
That's where you fucked up, man.
so I had to send some instant messages to people. I'm like, "Hey, can y'all head on over?" And they're like, "Oh yeah, we're on our way." And so I got one person that's like, "Fuck, man, what's taking so long? Let's get this going. Let's get it started." And it's like, I can't start it until everybody's here. And then that person was like, "Well, can I just go work on some stuff until more people show up?" And I was like, "This is falling apart. It's just falling. Everything's crumbling right now. The whole
No.
system."
Stay in your seat and wait.
and then my co-supervisors, they were late, and it's like, well, how can I expect them to be here on time when you're just now walking through the door? And,
Time for a bitch session is what it sounds like.
huh?
It sounds like you need to bitch at some people.
Well, the thing is that okay, so finally, 30 minutes after the supposed start time, I was like, all right, we're just gonna get started. We waited for 30 minutes. Let's get going. Well, unfortunately, we had a recent policy change, and like the manual is 22 pages. So I had to go over that. I had to explain to them like all the subjects. Like I had to summarize each section, and there's 7 different sections, and some of them have subsections. And I had to give over all that. And so you could just see people were just checked the fuck out. They didn't care.
Wait, real quick. So your new manual added on 22 pages, or
No,
there's a manual now that has 22 pages?
Yeah, the new one it's a redo, total redo.
Okay, gotcha. Okay.
The old manual was like 4 pages, and it was no help at all. So this is 22 pages, covers a ton of shit, and I had to go over it with him so I can say that I went over it with him.
How much of that manual is pure bullshit?
Probably the first 3 or 4 pages.
is it actual informative stuff in there?
Yeah, it tells you like what we do, like what statute governs it, what the mission is, what the purpose, what the definitions are. But I mean, if you know the job, you don't really need it.
But say you hire these people, and at this point they still don't know their job. Something's wrong.
Be surprised, boy. Be fucking
What do
surprised.
I do here?
Yeah.
What am I doing here?
I'm pretty sure there was one guy that was sitting over there today that was thinking, "Oh, that's what the fuck we do." I think that. I'm pretty sure
There's always that one guy. You know the truth. There's always that one
Man,
guy.
what the fuck? Well, so anyways, I lost them. Like I could tell that they were just done. Like everybody was checked out.
Okay.
And I through this thing trying to read it, and no, it's boring, and I can't do anything to make it funny. And then finally, somebody had a question, and I could start cracking some jokes and try to liven things up a little bit. But it was brutal. And so I was talking to one of my lead staff members after it was over. I was like, that was brutal. That's the worst one I've ever done. And she was like, what are you talking about? And I said, it was bad. Like everybody looked like they wanted to just hang themselves. Nobody wanted to fucking be there. And people were getting up and getting ready to leave before it was over. And she's like, you know what? They can just stow that shit away. Stop being a fucking baby. They're getting paid good money just to sit there and listen to you. Why can't they do that? And I was like, all right. I like her style. So, I don't know. It was just a mess.
That wouldn't be. I wouldn't. I don't know, Shane. That'd be a good approach to it if you just like fucking took the manual, slam it down. You know what, guys? Fuck it. Who's checked out? Who wants to leave? Because I thought the Texas government was paying y'all to listen to me. I really thought it was doing that, but y'all want to leave, fucking leave.
Yeah, I could have spun it around, but I was like, instead of doing that strategy, I was like, let's just get through the damn thing. Let's just get it done and get it over with.
I probably would have done the same thing too with you. Like, no, I could have been the hard ass, and then when they have a question later, oh, did you not hear my presentation I did for y'all?
And the worst part about it, so we've moved because we had to move in the building. We're right by the front door, so there's traffic constantly coming in that front door. Now we have a barrier to stop people from just walking back to where we're at. We have two doors that you have to buzz in, and my fucking support staff, my secretary, he's fucking letting people in, and I'm like, hey, I'm having a fucking meeting right now, and you're just letting these people walk in here, and every time he did it, I'd have to stop and then look at everybody. And I said one time, I was like, all right, everybody, let's just play the Jeopardy music real quick. While we're waiting. While we're just standing here waiting.
So he was buzzing
in. Like that, standing here waiting.
was he or she buzzing in people that
I can just feel the frustration.
So there's two parts of we're in two different buildings. And to get to one of the buildings earlier in the day, you have to come through our side to get over there because the deputies don't show up until 8. And sometimes they run behind in it. And it's a problem if people come in and we're like, oh, you got to go around. Well, that's a pain in the ass because now they got to go through security again. And they just went through security. So to make it easier, we just let them come through because they've already been through security. And he was just letting them fucking walk right in the middle of things. And he's like, oh, excuse me, I got to walk into the elevator. And I'm like, no, motherfucker. Have them sit out in the fucking lobby until we're done. Shit, man. So it was just not my favorite meeting. So I was telling the co-supervisor, the one who showed up late, I was like, look, that meeting was terrible. It was the worst one I've done. And she was like, yeah, you want me to do the next one? And I'm like, yes, you can do the next one, but I want you to be a hard ass. I want you to come in like no fucking nonsense. So that way they'll say, oh, this is much nicer when Shane does it. We want Shane back. And then I'll have them in my hands from then on.
You know what made them be on time? If you would have free fucking food.
I know.
You have food, Shane.
I know.
5 fucking minutes early.
Well, I used to be that manager. I used to get food and stuff. But when you have a kid, you don't have any fucking money. And Sarah's not working right now. So.
No. Aren't you getting reimbursed for all that money?
That wasn't, no. Nope.
What, don't they give you petty cash to use for your staff or nothing?
Only on sanctioned events or functions, and not for staff meetings.
That's a function. You're holding a function.
Yeah, it has to be planned, and it's not.
You should have called the boss. I'm not telling you what the deal is. You should have called the boss. Hey, boss, I need $100. I need to buy these
He,
with the food.
he'd laugh at me and hang up the phone. He hasn't paid one dime towards anything that we've set up. And I mean, that's fine. He's not required to.
Mm.
But yes, you're right. If I would have had food there, I could have made a lot more people. What I should have done is started texting Sarah, hey, go get some fucking donuts and bring them up here right fucking now. Because I'm about to have a riot on my hands. These people are fucking about to rebel. And I'm going to get stabbed like Jon Snow.
I didn't ask that question. What time did this meeting start?
Supposed to start at 8:15. We didn't start the damn thing until 8:45.
When did you start it?
8:45. And I was just like, what the fuck, man? It was pissing me off. Every little thing that was happening was pissing me off. And so I was getting passive aggressive in the meeting and shit, and just saying, "Yeah, that's right. We'll tell you to run the port, and then you just won't do it because nobody ever does them, and that's just how life is. And we just move on, and everybody's happy, and nobody pretends like anything happened. And like there was people. I mean, that made some people laugh, but
that's the one.
The laughter made you more angry.
Like, yeah, I don't judge the report at all.
He's like the Incredible Hulk, man. Just everything's making him more and more powerful in his anger.
just nonsense, man. And I had to tell them, like, there's some extra steps that they have to do now. And I'm like, guys, I know you're busy. Some of this stuff is common sense. You just got to, things are going to happen and you're not going to be able to do it. But I need you to try to get this done. And I was like, I know it's no fun to talk about, but we got to get it covered. And then somebody had a question, and I can't remember what the question was about. But it was one of those things where they were trying to catch me. They were trying to like get an answer to a question I didn't have the fucking answer to.
Okay.
I told them, I was like, guys, this manual is not going to cover every scenario. And it's not a final product, so it's going to change. There's going to be some things that will add to it. Because, fuck, man.
What would have pissed them off more, Shane? You should have gone, all right, guys, now, let's review.
Yeah, that's what I should have said. I should say, tell me what you thought about Section 5. What did everybody think about that when I went to that section?
Hey,
you wasn't anything in Section 5. It was a picture. It was a fucking picture. You weren't paying attention.
There was no Section 5, guys. Y'all don't give a shit. You ain't even listen to me.
It was a mess. Well, and then one lady really pissed me off because I hadn't dismissed them yet. I was getting ready to. And everybody kind of, you could tell the meeting had come to an end. They were just kind of chit-chatting stuff, talking about stupid stuff. She stood up and left. And I was about to say, hey, sit your ass back fucking down.
Why didn't you?
And then I would have said, all right, meeting dismissed. But
why didn't?
Because the meeting was over. It was done.
Why did you say that?
That's what you should have said. No, ma'am, let's review. What did I just say? What did I just cover with y'all? Or what did y'all take away from this?
Just I expect that woman to be a leader, like, because she's been with the department forever and she used to be a trainer. And I'm like, I need you to set a good example for these people. When you get up in the meeting like that, it looks like you don't give a fuck. And it wasn't that. I know what it was.
That's exactly what it was, Shane.
She was busy. So right now my staff is like super overworked. I mean, they're slammed, and her in particular. So I get why. I get that she has better things to do, and I'm glad that she, prioritized stuff. But just come on, man, it's common fucking sense.
What are you talking about, though?
Huh?
What are you talking about, though, is what I'm saying.
It was the staff meeting. Fucking meeting.
No respect for the boss, Shane.
You're saying common sense. What common sense shit are you talking about?
Oh, that you don't get up and leave when the meeting hasn't been dismissed yet. And storm out because you're done with it. Because just because you're done, the whole fucking world revolves around you. You called this meeting to order so you can walk the fuck out when you want to. And it's just, we don't need that. I don't need that drama. So, then I had another guy, a deputy yesterday. I guess somebody told him something that he didn't want to hear. It wasn't one of my staff. It was another staff in a different part of the building. And he was like, I want her job. I want this complaint sent all the way to the top. I'm not letting it go. I'm not letting it go. Somebody better do something now. And I'm like, I didn't realize this. He had already talked to the manager about it. So he'd already went over my head. So there's not a lot I can do. You've already went to the manager about it. What the fuck am I going to do? I can't overrule a manager.
How big from a scale of 1 to 10? How big is the complaint?
It's extreme. It's about a 3.
So just a write up probably, or a
Not even a. It would just be, hey, just be courteous when you're seeing people. You know, you can give. If you don't know the answer, you can just say, hey, I really don't know. You don't have to say, I don't know, and then walk off and then piss this deputy off. And he's coming down my desk and he's like, I'm not playing with that. Why can't we be more respectful? And it's not the first time I heard this complaint. How are they treating other people that go up there? They're government employees. They're held to a higher standard. I want their job. I want this to go to the state. I want everybody to know. I don't want it to just stop here. And if you can't handle it, then let me know who can, because I'm taking it to them. And I was like,
so they want them to know every single thing that goes on, or know the answer to everything right away. They want them to go, oh, you know what, sir? I don't know the answer, but let me make a phone call and send an email right now, and I'll get with you at the end of the day. You know, some bullshit like that.
He came by my office again, and he was like, did anything happen? And I'm like, well, didn't they try calling you? And he's like, nobody called me. And I'm like, well, then I don't know what to tell you, man. I've did my part. I wrote it down. I reported it. I can't fucking do anything else. It's not even my staff member. I don't even give a shit.
It wasn't even your staff member?
That part. You should have said the part about you not giving a shit.
I think he gathered that. I think he learned that when I was just looking at him sitting on my computer like, I'm not getting up to go talk to you. So I'm just going to sit here on my computer.
Oh, that means he went and bitched about you. And then you got the boss in here. I'm trying to file a formal complaint about something stupid.
What?
No one wants to listen to me.
I think his problem is he doesn't like dealing with women in the work environment. Because
really? You gonna play that card?
Well,
damn,
yeah,
dude.
Because it was a woman that he had a conflict with. He complained about it to the manager, who also was a woman, and he wasn't happy with her answer. So you just got the vibe that he's just anti-women authority figures.
Oh. Okay,
and anytime I've had drama, because I volunteer for a program once a month, the last Thursday of every month, and this bastard has to run the security doors. And every time I'm there and he's there, there's always a fucking problem because he gets rude with somebody and calls me not to deal with them.
Does someone not tell him good morning or address that, that he looks nice?
He's one of these guys that tried to show me a martial arts move, like a self-defense tactic. And I'm like, well, man, I'm in a suit and you got a gun attached to your hip. Why are we really doing martial arts right now in the middle of
No. I tell you right now, that guy's full of
himself. Ex-military? Sounds like he's ex-military.
Yeah. I want everyone to notice how good I am, and no one's appreciating how good I am.
He sounds like he was a former non-commissioned officer in the military. That's what he sounds like to me.
I know, right?
It's possible. I mean, a lot of them are. But it's just like, man, I don't need this shit right now. I don't need to wrestle with you in the middle of the fucking hallway, Well,
I guarantee you, Shane, too, that'd been a good idea, because if you would have won, I guarantee that she would have got violent real quick. Well, I have to arrest you now because you put your hands on me.
Yeah, he's got a club, he's got a badge, he's got a gun, he's got a taser.
Time. We were just wrestling, and Shane took it to the next level somehow,
Yeah, took that taser out. Taser.
Fuck you. You say it real loud and angry.
It was just one of those things. I'm like, why are you showing me your moves? And why are you doing it in front of everybody? Like, I don't need to be a part of this.
How old do you think he is?
Probably about 45.
Married or not married? You noticed?
I don't think he's married.
Okay.
I think he is.
You work with nothing but women. Yeah, he probably like full of himself, He probably just want to impress the ladies.
Little overweight, bald, tatted up. It's one of those guys that,
Tattoos are a clear indication of military service.
Yeah.
So you told your what we call it, your next in line. You told her yo, you're gonna be a fucking hard ass. I don't want no one smiling in that meeting. I want everyone there on time.
Yeah. I told her, I was like, you come down hard on them, they're gonna realize how good they had it, because I got some old bosses like that shit would not have flown. They would have said, hey, sit your ass down. They would have said it like that. And
Why didn't you say it like?
Because I'm not fucking old and like at the end of my career. I mean, I'm new, and I'm hoping like I can promote up to the next level, and you can't do that when you tell people to sit their ass down.
Why not?
You have to handle it through backdoor meetings and shit, and you have to, do write-ups and all that kind of crap.
You don't know who knows who, and they're gonna talk to the fucking associates and tell me about Shane. Oh, Shane told me one time to sit my ass down, and what's your face here can contest to that, and doesn't sound like Shane's very qualified,
Yeah, we had a supervisor get fired for that kind of crap.
So
anyways, it's political balance.
It's about going to meetings you don't want to go to and doing things you don't want to go to, and all kinds of bullcrap you don't want to do.
I don't want to do all the fucking time. They got to do it too. I mean,
you got to press the guy in front of you, I guess.
I don't like having to go explain to judges when they fuck shit up, but that's what I got to do. So,
fuck what up?
Do you have to explain it why, like, the judge fucked it up, but you got to somehow swing it that you messed it up to make him look good?
Yeah, I mean, sometimes you got to be careful with it. So it's more like, Judge, this is not up to my standards. This is not what my requirements are. I'm going to double check every other case this person has to make sure they are up to those standards. And I'm going to let you know that I'm doing an audit to make sure that we'll try our best not to let it happen again.
So on that topic, real quick, I don't know how much time we got left, but on that topic, real quick, when you meet judges, are they all fucking hard asses, or have you met one that's kind of okay, he's loose, but are they all like fucking Batman attitude the whole time?
It depends on when you meet them. Okay. So
when's the best time to meet a judge?
The best time is right after lunch.
Okay.
And they're in their chambers and they're just kind of hanging out. Or when they just first show up, when they just get in the door and they sit down in their chambers. But if you try to get in touch with them, they're in the middle of a hearing or a trial, or they're in court and they're not in their back room, you're walking on thin ice, because it's just a power trip. I mean, they run the courtroom, right? I mean, they're the head honcho. It's their court. And to a lot of these judges, it matters how things look in their court. They don't want people talking and walking all over the place and making a lot of noise. They don't want that. They don't want to be known as the person who administers justice. So, they got the deputies there. The deputies work for them. So if they order the deputies to do something, they got to do it. And then, so you have to be careful. You got to catch them when they're not super busy or when they're just like getting started. But yeah, there's sometimes where they're just assholes.
Has there ever been a time when you went, fuck, I need to talk to Judge Whitehorn right now. I need to talk to him right now. He's going to be pissed. He's in a bit of a court or doing something stupid, but I need to talk to him right now, Yeah,
I did that a couple weeks ago. I had to go over to get something signed. And there's a couple of officers there that I knew, and they were talking to me, and I was like, hey, where's so-and-so? And he's like, well, he's reviewing some testimony that was said in the courtroom because he's got to make a ruling on it. So he's watching video in his office, in his chambers. And I'm like, all right, so I guess we'll just wait and see if he comes out. So they're like, okay, I don't know how long it's going to take. So after about 15 minutes, I was like, fuck, I can't sit here and wait all day. I'm just going to go knock on the door. And they're like, you're really going to go knock? And I'm like, well, I got to talk to him. And they're like, oh, man, okay, but he's busy. And I'm like, well, I understand that. I'm fucking busy, too. So went over there and knocked on the door, and he had his headphones in. He was watching the video. He looked up, and he was like, is it important? Is it an emergency? And I said, no, Your Honor, I just had something real quick, but it's not super important. He's like, okay, because I'm real busy right now. I'm real busy. I got a lot going on. So unless it's an emergency. And I was like, don't worry about it, Judge. I'll get it. So I just went and found another judge and bugged the fuck out of them. So.
So he didn't give you permission to walk in, you just went in?
Yep. My boss was like, wow. My boss was like, I've been doing this for 15 years. Not one time have I ever just walked and knocked on the door and walked in. And I was like, well, fuck, I didn't want to sit there and wait. And he was like, no, I admire your courage for doing that.
So he could have been like, who are you and what are you doing walking in here like this?
He could have. He could have. He could have said, "Who do you think you are?" But he knows me, like he's dealt with me before, so we kind of have a decent relationship. But there's some judges where if I had just knocked on the door like that, what? Why are you knocking on my door? That's what they would have said.
Did you see so he had deputies out there?
Yeah.
So
they were like, well, they were joking around. They're like, why don't you just knock on the door, man? Why don't you just knock on the door? And I'm like, yeah, I guess I'm thinking about it. And they're like, yeah, go ahead. And then other people were like, he's really busy, Shane. He's really busy. And I was like, fuck it, I'm going in.
So they wanted you to get your ass ripped, is what they wanted.
Yeah.
Shane, get in here, Shane. Who do you think you are? Did you have deputies outside? Did that not tell you I was busy?
One of the judges would be like, I didn't realize you were an elected official too. I thought I was the only elected official in the room.
They said that to you?
I didn't say that to me. They said it to one of my partners.
Oh.
She was in the courtroom and they were talking about something, and this other one of the DAs stood up and said, well, it's not normally how we do things. And he said, hold up. Last I checked, I'm the only elected official in this room. And then everybody shut the hell up after that.
They didn't want to crack a little smile?
Well, I did. But anyways.
Yeah.
Well, we've hit our hour mark, boys.
All right.
We didn't talk about any news tonight.
The Spider-Man thing, but we never fact-checked anything, so.
Yeah. All right, well, I guess the way this will work is Friday night we may or may not do. It won't be live. We won't do it live. It'll be live, like it'll be presented live. We're not going to edit anything, but we're not going to be streaming it live because, well, we might. I don't know if the Wi-Fi signal is good, but I guess I'm going to bring my tripod so we can record everybody sitting around the fire and do the podcast that way.
So Sebastian be our special guest. Nicholas, be our special guest.
Yeah. I don't know if he'll want to be on there or not. And considering he's a minor, oh
well, he can stay inside and.
No, he could be out there watching. I just don't know if he's going to want to get involved.
They never do. I asked Petey, but Petey never wants to do it. He thinks we're stupid. Yeah. Petey thinks like, I don't want to do it.
Yeah.
But anyways, then all right, Shane. Let's take it
out. All right, boys. All right. JPizzle and his sock puppet and their amazing adventures. Aaron at Southeast 3rd, back from NYC. No job on the horizon. And we're at Big Beefin' at B Beefin'. Hit us up on Twitter. I don't know what the hell's been going on with Twitter. Yep, he checked out.
Yep,
He's like, I don't even think he heard the joke that I made.
No, I don't know why. Like I said, I don't know why he's not coming on a camping trip. He's not doing. What's another 2 days? Who cares another 3 days?
It's just the drive. Aaron's thing is driving. If he had somebody to take him, he'd go. But his car tech is not good, and he's just not going to drive.
But he could take a damn dog to Missouri or where the hell he had to go to.
Well, that was doing a favor for a friend. If we were asking him to do a favor, he'd probably do it if we were friends.
We're not asking for a favor. Just come hang out and have fun, team building and shit. No,
Yeah, we'll see. We'll see.
We'll see. I see the frustration in your face. I know. Fuck it. I know.
We'll see, man.
But
all right. Well, I guess we're off tomorrow, and we'll see you Friday afternoon.
See you Friday. All right. You have a good night. I'll talk to you later.
See you, bud.